like every other time I've ever said it has been erased, and saying it to you is like saying it the first time.
When was the first time you said it?
When I told someone that I loved them.
How old were you?
I don't know, it's about 8 or 9.
Okay. If you don't want to tell me, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess I was in high school. Maybe I was at a dance or something. It wasn't very original.
High school, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say to Brian Bodine?
Well, your credits, references, awards, they speak highly of you. Your star is rising.
Thank you. I've worked hard to get where I am.
Your resume says that. I'm very impressed.
Thank you again. So am I with everything you've told me about WRCW.
Well, I really only have one other question, which is, I can understand why a young producer would want to leave Los Angeles, but why Pine Valley? I mean, why take a salary cut to come here instead of New York?
Well, Pine Valley's home. Since I feel I need more local experience, where better a place than here to get it? I miss it here.
I said the same thing when I came back, although the town hadn't missed me very much.
People have long memories. Is the interview over?
Yes. I want to thank you. I enjoyed our conversation.
So did I. Thank you, Liza.
Thank you. So, Adam?
Now, would you stay for a moment? I'd like to speak to you privately.
Well, I'll make a phone call. Goodbye.
Bye. Is there a problem?
Well, you tell me.
Kelsey, I don't want you to think that I'm here to give you a lecture, because I definitely am not. I'm sure that Tara has done plenty of that, and doesn't help, does it?
No.
I'm fairly sure that Tara's been rather judgmental about what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, she thinks I'm ruining my life.
Well, I'll tell you, I admit that I was rather horrified when I heard from Ed and Maria that you wanted the baby back. But I also know that at your age, you just, when you're hurt, when you're angry, you lash out, and you don't think about what it would do to other people.
I'm not taking this baby back to hurt anyone, Erica. I'm not. I never should have given it up in the first place, but they forced me to sign the papers. And they told me that I had 6 months to change my mind, and I did.
And you were way too young and scared to make an informed decision.
Exactly.
Of course, I know that. I have been there. I know that very well. That's why I'm here. I had to make the same decision when I was only 14. Oh, you didn't know? I had a baby when I was just a child myself. But I was lucky enough to have a mother who loved me enough to help me do the right thing. I gave the baby up. When she was a day old, she was adopted by people who loved her as much as my mother loved me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, to give the baby the best chance in life, that is always doing the right thing.
Sam's best possible chance is to have a real mom.
You know what? I am not here to talk about Sam or Edmund and Maria. I'm really here to talk about you. What's good for you. Kelsey, these are just such important years. I mean, time to learn about love and what makes you happy and what gives you the most satisfaction.
Erica, I've heard all of this before.
From someone who's been in your own shoes? I know how sad it is to give up a child, but I don't regret it. I never have. I wouldn't be where I am today if I had made a different choice then. I mean, look at me. I started with nothing.
Okay.
A woman has to make her own destiny. Remember that. And do the right thing. Goodbye, Kelsey.
bystander.
Brian Bodine, young producer of PTB Network's Endangered Slackers, the surprise hit of the winter season, wrapped $25K under budget, earning a bonus for Dreamstone, the production company Bodine also runs in Los Angeles. And now, where on your resume do you list Dreamstone, Brian?
I decided not to include my outside experience.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, call me skeptical. But I can't help wondering why a young man like yourself who owns his own production company is interviewing for a staff job in a local outlet like WRCW.
Well, as I told Liza, I'm homesick. I like it back east. I'm tired of life in the fast lane. I'm ready for a change.
You know, maybe it slipped your mind that I didn't just fall off a turnip truck yesterday. What are you really after, Brian?
Should have known I couldn't fool you, Adam.
Come on, out with it.
All right. You're right. Not after the job. I came back for Haley.
Brian and I were just kids. We thought it was love. It was the puppy kind.
The puppy kind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for you.
Oh, for him, too.
Nah, I don't think so. I saw those looks he was shooting you.
What looks?
That puppy's a full-grown hound, and he's on the prowl. And you're drop-dead gorgeous.
Stop. Brian may be sweet and sensitive, but he's totally codependent. I mean, I'm sure he's grown up. Some people change. Who knows? I really don't.
Were you drinking when you knew him?
I was a tornado rolling through his life.
So I guess that's a yes.
Yes, I was drinking. And so was his dad, and so was my mom. Do you see the connection? It was a bad time for all of us.
Okay, look. I'm sorry.
I thank God for you. Every day, I'm with you. So tell me about your first love. What was she like?
Okay, I'll tell you. She was perfect in every way. Hair, face, body, everything and anything I could ever ask for.
I hate her.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name?
You really want to know?
Yeah, I can take it.
Her name was and is Haley Vaughn.
Well, you're going to have to come up with specific instances where Kelsey showed a total lack of maternal concern. We can do that. You're going to have to prove that she made no real attempt at any kind of a deep connection with this child.
You mean like witnesses, times, places?
Exactly. I want you to keep a journal, a diary, any kind of documentation you can, because I'll tell you something. Belinda Kiefer is nothing if not doggedly thorough. And I want you to think for just a minute, is there anything, and I mean anything else, that we can use to our advantage?
Jack, at least 10 people heard Kelsey admit last night she eavesdropped on a private conversation where Maria said she didn't like her.
So her desire for custody is rooted in revenge. Ah, Maria, it's safe. You can come in. Yeah, she's gone.
She recited that serenity prayer one more time. I was
Don't worry about it. We showed her the door.
I let Peggy give Sam his bath.
Okay. Coffee.
Oh, please. Thanks, baby. I was going to stay upstairs and let Edmund tell me what you said, but I know my husband and he likes to sugarcoat things, and I need the truth right now. And what is it? Is it good or is it bad?
Well, I'll give you the best news. The best news is Kelsey is petitioning for custody as a single mother, and that works to our advantage. Now, if there were some kind of a father on the scene, I'm afraid that would be a whole different ballgame.
Who do you think you are, just busting in here like that?
And listen. Now, I don't know why it is you get this
get charged by making people's lives miserable. What fantasy life you got going, but let me tell you something. You are not going to drag me down into it, because if you do, you're going to be very sorry. You got that?
Okay, fine. Get out of my face.
Are you reading me, Kelsey? This whole performance you put on last night, I figure that was your pathetic attempt to get a life. Well, let me explain something to you. I've already got a life. And you know what? It's pretty good for a change, so I am not about to let you or anybody else screw that up. Just remember that.
Tonight, when Quentin gets tough, Grace gets tougher, and it's a battle of will on Grace Under Fire. Then, Meredith Baxter goes to the head of her class on an all-new faculty. Call ABC Soap Talk. It's 95 cents a minute, 1-900-740-5000. Average call 3 minutes. Under 18 gets parents' permission. Soap Talk is brought to you by Capital Cities ABC, 77 West 66th Street, New York, New York, 10023. Call Soap Talk now.